Hey everyone, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution. We're continuing on with our playthrough on Jurassic Difficulty Isla Tacano Research Facility. Let's see, at the end of the last episode I said I was going to get everything ready for Herrerasaurus to come on out.
To tackling this contract. At least look
And that's basically what I've done. As we've actually dipped below 2 stars because, as you can see, I've most of the Proceratosauruses died from old age, and I went ahead and just tranquilized and sold the ones that were still alive. I think we had a contract for Sinoceratops, and so I ended up just replacing Styracosaurus with Sinoceratops. And Sinoceratops has a higher social bar. They can tolerate to 16, I believe, just like Triceratops. So I went ahead and added another Struthiomimus and another Edmontosaurus, so we have 16 dinosaurs in this exhibit now. I moved the hatchery back a bit so that this exhibit is larger and this is more out of the way. Let's see, we had a contract. I got a contract to build a monorail, so yeah, as you can see, our monorail going around the perimeter of the island is in place. I built a viewing gallery here because I'm eventually going to probably make this a bit of a bigger exhibit. I also spent some time naming all the dinosaurs. Oh, I guess I missed this one. All the Chunkingosaurus are Toy Story characters, so... Alright, and so as you can see, I made this a little bit larger. And I also removed the electricity because, as you can see, we have 3 Herrerasaurus ready. I'll show you in the genome library. So they're... habitat requirements were bigger than Proceratosaurus. I'm hoping that the exhibit I have ready is big enough for them. Oops. I don't know why I applied that. That was a mistake. I think that was supposed to be confined space, and I put this one on instead. Oh well. But as you can see, their comfort threshold is 50%, so unless we really mess something up, they're never going to get too frustrated. Their social is 1 to 5, so I'm planning on maxing out that exhibit when the time comes. So, but anyway, without further ado, let's get our Herrerasauruses out.
Our mission in raising these animals is to provide an environment for them to thrive. Your habitat is too small for them.
The Herrerasaurus is thought to be one of the oldest theropods. It says here it was originally discovered in Argentina. So, at least it's not had far to travel, right?
You did good work out there with that contract.
Alright, let's, we'll get them out in their, we'll get them moved over to their enclosure, and we'll get a better look at them. It looks like they socialize with one another. I know the Herrerasaurus has a few unique animations. I think it eats prey a little bit differently than some of the other ones do.
Heading to collect the asset. En route to pick up the asset. Collecting asset.
And as you can see too, I kind of made it look like there's a little bit more of a natural flowing river going through those two enclosures.
I've got a new opportunity with the science division, if you're interested. And you should be.
And you can see our reputation with the three factions is almost to the max. I've been doing a lot of contracts and stuff.
Transporting asset. Commencing asset transit. Transit has commenced.
Okay, perfect. The enclosure is just big enough for them. Alrighty, so there's Herrerasaurus. It'll be nice, between them and the Ceratosaurus, we pretty much don't have to worry about a dinosaur trying to break out for the time being. Let's see, I was just kind of grabbing as much, I sent a dig team for Ceratosaurus by mistake. So, I mean, what I wanted to do is I mean, we have plenty of money to do it, so I wanted to max out that habitat with 5 Herrerasauruses. So let's go ahead and we'll do the last 2 with different skins. Let's do a step. .1% chance of failure there because I added an extra. Wait a second. I think there we go. We'll just make sure that we don't fail a genome here. They're not cheap. Those guys are relatively expensive.
You can help with this, and you should.
Once again, though, the minerals kinda save us. I will say that one thing I noticed on my Isla Sorna playthrough was once you run out of new dig sites to keep sending dig teams, like you can't just rely on the minerals forever. So you kind of hit a point. I hit a point anyway where I was at like 4 stars and I was starting to run out of dig sites. So therefore I wasn't getting like millions of dollars in minerals every few minutes. And I had to start doing contracts again. So basically it's a good idea to just keep doing contracts the whole time and not slack off on those, which I kind of did on the last playthrough. Alright, so right before I add a next enclosure, I want to work on trying to maximize what we have, so we can put in several more dinosaurs into this enclosure here. I am gonna go ahead and research the Crichtonsaurus, because I would like to put Crichtonsaurus in with those guys. I'll modify its social stats so that it can tolerate more, just to get a little bit of variety. I don't believe they were from the same period anyway, but they were from a similar area, so. Well, it's daytime. Let's take a closer look at these guys since we can actually see them now. But yeah, Herrerasaurus is one of the, I think this is the first Triassic period dinosaur in this game, and in Operation Genesis for that matter. I believe Herrerasaurus was actually on the original Isla Nublar list of dinosaurs. It doesn't really get mentioned in the books or the movies at all. Oh, I'm sorry, I think it's mentioned in the book, like it's on the list of dinosaurs, but they don't really, there isn't like a scene in the book that's specifically about Herrerasaurus. Alright, that'll be our next two Herrerasauruses. Oh yeah, I remember this one, like, that one says it's steppe, but it totally looks like a rainforest skin. Oh my goodness, if you miss at all, it does not register hits.
Picking up asset. En route to collect the asset.
Alright, so that's all good to go. Let's get a couple more stegosaurs. One of our first Amontosauruses passed away. I'm gonna change it to daytime, because I'm just gonna skip the part where I complain about the day-night cycle being nighttime all the time, because I'm pretty sure I've done it in every episode so far, and I'm just gonna change it to daytime. So yeah, this blue one here is the step pattern, which is really odd. It definitely looks like a rainforest skin. And then this one here is the coastal skin, which makes sense. Yep, I was wondering if this would happen, since they got their oh wow, that was fast. They're at their maximum social bar, so they're probably gonna do their little fake fights every now and then.
Work on that contract. It didn't go unnoticed.
Poor little guy.
That contract to increase our attendance numbers.
The last one might not come out because his buddy's stuck in the doorway. My bad, I shouldn't have shot him so fast.
Asset requiring collection.
Alright, science is maximized.
Here's
We have a
something that you
security
might
and an
find interesting.
entertainment.
I did.
Extraction speed. I'm pretty sure I have one of those on already. I'll just remove this one and put it back on.
Take a bow. You've earned it.
Asset in transit.
Herrerasaurus. I need to think of. I can get. I love that dinosaur. It's one of my favorite one of my favorites in the game. But my God, I get tired of saying that name. It's like I have to really focus on speaking it every time. Alrighty. Grab another security,
I've seen
because
some interesting opportunities come my way since I've been here. Like this one, which I now offer to you.
who's sick.
Always interested in new ways to take care of our dinosaurs.
Oh, it's gotta be one of the ones that's flying.
Well, dino kibble ain't cheap.
Asset to be collected.
I was actually able to, like, they were lowering the dinosaur. We'll see if I can do it. Like, you can actually, it won't, you can actually shoot the dinosaur while it's being blown up. Oh, never mind, it's already popping up which one's sick, so. Come on, buddy.
Confirming asset delivery.
Come on.
Assets in the air. Ranger team reports new asset.
It's something.
Confirming asset.
You guys. You make it hard on me. And, okay. That is likely our other... Oh no, it's one of our Struthies. Scrambled the second.
Heading to pick up the asset.
This, I got 2 empty feeders.
Adding task.
Let's get back our Edmontosaurus and a Struthi. I know I've mentioned this before, but Metriacanthosaurus is like secretly one of my favorite dinosaurs in this game, and yet I've literally never featured it in a park. I think it has to do with Ceratosaurus. You get it, that one eat quicker, and it has a higher social bar. So it's just, you can have 3 of them and you unlock it faster. So I kind of think that's probably why. Anything interesting in here? Not really.
Understood.
Let's see, profit per minute. Is there any chance I can squeeze that out of these two things?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an enclosures to the park.
Not quite. These guys are all happy over here. Got a new complete genome. That's always good. Close this up. Alright, I think it's time to start construction on our next enclosure. So if y'all remember, my original plan was to have a station right here, have the path go around like this, and to have enclosures here and here, which we have plenty of room for that, shockingly. It's rare that one of my plans actually works out like that, so the question is, do I, you know what, let's start with the monorail, get that down first, because that'll kind of, I need to make sure there's enough room for that before anything else works out. I have to be careful, I'm not necessarily swimming in tons of cash right now, though. There we go. When I built this, I tried to make it so that I could just put one down, and that unfortunately doesn't help me there, so we'll just get rid of these. And I'm just going to put this as close to the edge as possible. There we go. Nothing too complicated there, thankfully. There we go. I think that'll work. Now we just need a substation out here. Now the question is, how do I want to connect this? Oh, it looks like the easiest thing to do is just going to be to run it back through here. If those ever get hit by a tornado, that's going to be really interesting to fix, though. Alright, new monorail. I want to make sure that I leave some room out here for... What just happened? Okay, there we go. I want to make sure I leave room for a fast food and a gift shop, because I have a feeling that even if I move these to here and here, that this is going to be too far away once I build a... And I can look and see right now if it's too far away. So far it doesn't even pop up on the radar. Okay, so what do we want to put here? We have this kind of medium largish enclosure. Cancel that. We'll just extract this to finish it off. Alright, so we have several options. We can go with we'll have both Diplodocus and Brachiosaurus very soon. Diplodocus is a very good choice for dinosaur reputation. Plus, we do not have any sauropods yet, so that would be another nice little perk. I'm kind of leaning towards doing that. Did I ever research the gyrosphere? Oh, now I have. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it over here. This area looks a little bit larger. There we go. Incoming tropical storm. Okay. Well, unless we have a tornado that wipes out all of our fences, knock on wood, we won't have to worry about too much. Alright, what do we got? Okay, just come down in the middle of the work, why don't you? Why, of course you would make a left turn. Hey, look, improved marketing. 5%. Still have It's coming around. Is that it? How did y'all not even close to becoming uncomfortable? That's why you're one of my new favorites.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced during your recent handling of an event.
Alright, not too shabby, honestly. When I saw it come down right in the middle of everything, I was like, oh. Perfect. Let's set down our gyrosphere. Obviously kind of one of our smaller gyrosphere rides, but don't really have much choice. Perfect. Ta-da! That's not what I wanted.
Беременным женщинам и детям, страдающим от укачивания, перед поездкой необходимо протестировать.
Alright, what feeder is empty? Let's get going on some Diplodocus. Nothing fancy, we're just gonna give them a increased lifespan. Forward one more. I probably, I was talking about, oh yeah, don't get lazy on contracts, and I have done like no contracts since I said that. Income per minute, we're really close to. Profit per minute, I'm not so sure. Dinosaur rating we might get once we have these Diplodocus.
Каждая сфера окружена стеклом из экспериментатора. Встроенный гироскоп будет поддерживать вас в вертикальном положении.每一辆转转车外都有硝酸氧化物作为其参与保护。
I'm curious if that's gonna be big enough for Brachiosaurus. It very well might not be, so that'll be interesting when that time comes. I can very easily make the exhibit go out to here if I need to, but we'll have to play that one when the time comes. Probably do this a tad differently. I think that looks slightly better personally. Let's see. Yeah, that improved marketing again by 5%. I'll need to look up what that is. There like a tab in here that I'm just like completely oblivious to? It does say ticket sales. No, that's because I researched that in between episodes. Here, I'll show you. This thing down here, I did the 1.0, so ticket sales are up by 5%. So that's not because of that picture, as far as I know. Photo rewards. Yeah, I don't know, that's interesting. Might be staring me right at the face, but there's a lot going on this page. I'm hoping that this is at least going to get that top security one done. And then I don't know if it's going to get the other dinosaur rating one done or not, though.
We'll definitely put those extra funds.
Alright, that's one done.
Contract to good use. The security division is all that stands between our animals and catastrophe. Good to know we have the resources to stay vigilant. I know you've handled work like this in the past.
2 small herbivore fossils. Handle that one.
Each new discovery furthers our understanding. It's valuable work. Take it.
Oh, Diplodocus wasn't even at 100%? Whoops. I mean, close enough, but still.
It's fun, right? Diplodocus. I mean, the name, Diplodocus. It's fun to say.
I think 3 darts is enough. Oh, it needs 4. I'm kind of looking forward to, I've almost never just had Diplodocus on its own. I've always had Brachiosaurus or another sauropod with it, and for right now I'm just gonna have Diplodocus in there, so I wanted to kind of talk about something regarding this game that I think is kind of an interesting thing to talk about, because I was kind of wondering myself, and that's about like this game's replay value. I mean, for me, I mean, y'all have seen how long it takes me to do these Jurassic difficulty playthroughs. They are the opposite of speed runs. They are, let's play this as carefully as possible to make sure that I survive and beat the darn thing kind of playthroughs. So I mean, I've gotten a ton of replay value out of this game. And even if you beat the Jurassic difficulty playthroughs really quickly, I would still say you've gotten a lot of replay value, because most of those people that can do the speed runs, it took them a while to be able to master it so quickly. So anyway, my point is I was kind of wondering, like, what's something that this game can offer in either a DLC or a sequel that would make it more interesting to come back and play. Because I'll be honest, once I get to the point where if I've beaten all of the Jurassic difficulty playthroughs, there isn't all that much to get me to come back to play it. Aside from, oh, there's a new dinosaur that I want to see, and with stuff like that. But I've already beaten the story, and I don't really want to go back and play through the whole story again just to unlock one new dinosaur, especially when that one dinosaur, most of the new ones that you unlock, you don't even, they're really hard to get access to. You don't get them until later. So I was just kind of thinking, what can they do to increase replay value? And I know for me, I think that the challenge mode is a fantastic idea, but I think that they could take the challenge mode concept. I think that if they like Operation Genesis, if that's a verb, I just made that as a verb. If they do that to this game where there is, it doesn't even have to be an island generator, although I'll be honest, an island generator would be a really neat thing to have. And like every time you booted up a new island, you got like a set of 20 dinosaurs. Then it'd be like, and you could, as you leveled up, you unlocked more dinosaurs. So it'd basically be like this game's version of Operation Genesis rather than the challenge mode where you get all the dinosaurs and I don't know, I'm kind of talking in circles, but my point is that's just, I don't really see how they can do anything to make the story mode that they put in the game more replayable. I don't really know how they would do that. So I feel like the replay value in the game rests in the sandbox and building your own parks from the ground up, rather than the missions and the story mode that the game gives us. Right, so they have plenty of forest. So I'm trying, I mean, that'd be a neat thing for if y'all have any ideas. I know that there's forums on Frontier and all that, but just something I was thinking about, I guess. Because I don't have any miracle answer to what they can do. I mean, I've definitely gotten my replay value out of this game. I'm just kind of curious to like what'll happen once they once I beat the challenge modes, if there's gonna be anything else to get me to come back and keep playing it. Alright, let's name our new sauropods. Name them after Hogwarts headmasters. So, according to this, somehow everything is still within range. Nothing is... nothing is, too far away from our food and water, and shopping and entertainment and all that jazz. So let's see, we don't have the profit per minute, and we are very close, but do not have the dinosaur rating. Do I think adding a Brachiosaurus could fix that? Maybe. Maybe that'll fix it. Gonna have to slap a big old confined space 2.0 on you though. It'll be an expensive boy, but it'll live for a long time, and it might get us... I think I'm gonna have to ditch that profit per minute one. 8.
This challenge looks interesting, and I thought of you first.
Alright, we might be able to handle that one. Yeah, just I don't really know what I could, to me, like I can play Operation Genesis all the time. You can kind of build a handful of parks with a handful of variations of dinosaurs, and then you can kind of take a break from it, right? Because you've done everything you can, because there's only like 25 or something dinosaurs. Well, this game has like double that. So imagine just taking the concept of having an island where you can have a limited amount of space. You can probably fit about, 20 species. And let's just say one time the dinosaurs you're given are, like, each time you would be given one or two big carnivores 1 or 2 small carnivores, and then you'd be given a mixture of small, medium, and large herbivores. And
Well done getting that
let's say you would start off with, you could start off with like Ceratosaurus, Dracorex, and Styracosaurus, and those are your starter 3 dinosaurs.
This contract is just
And
come
then
in.
by the end,
Give it
like
the
your
first shot at
last dig site that you unlock gives you access to Dreadnoughtus, Giganotosaurus, and like Stegosaurus or something. That's just an idea. I'm kind of... I feel like challenge mode takes that concept and like ramps it up a lot, but it's almost to the point where it's like more tedious and it takes a really long time. Let's incubate and sell a Gallimimus real quick. Get that entertainment contract done. Alright, so as y'all know, at 3 stars we unlock Acrocanthosaurus, and I am extremely excited for that dinosaur. Very much looking forward to getting that one. Acrocanthosaurus is a favorite of mine. And then we'll talk about the way it's portrayed in this game a little bit more once we unlock it. As far as like its overall look. Wow, that gave us a lot of minerals. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Definitely helps. Even though I've been slacking on contracts. I think Gallimimus just got to 100, so we can focus in over here. I want to get a good picture of Herrerasaurus for the video thumbnail. I haven't really gotten one that I liked yet. Look at he's scratching, the little chunks fly out. That would have been a good one, I just wasn't fast enough. I like to get it where the sunlight is hitting them, rather than looking from the angle with the shade on it. We can do better than that. I wish I could get it where it was like scratching for the meat. I thought that was really funny. Oh, are they about to it up? Here we go. What's nice is if you see anything interesting, you can just press start and go straight into capture mode, and it's on automatic pause. Here we'll go into slow-mo. Guys are like too close. The other thing too is they're like just small enough that the tall grass kind of hides them. Where's the blue one? I was just about to say this dude's looking at us pretty funny. I like this. I think we're gonna go with this one because he's just looking into my soul right now. I like that one. All right. Okay, let's sell our poor Gallimimus to please Isaac and the entertainment people.
It's never just about quantity.
Oh well, that got our dinosaur rating up.
You clearly understand this. Good job upping your
Sorry,
dino
buddy.
rating.
Dino down.
Dr. Grant was obsessed with your latest creation. He believed that this dino was one of the closest genetic relatives to the modern avian species. Protecting our guests is, of course, our first priority. But our second priority is continuing to improve our security profile. This new contract could help us do that. So it's important that you consider it.
Making it rain with minerals. Contract for giant herbivores. Alright. Gallimimus sold. Brachiosaurus almost done.
I'd like to make you an offer you can't refuse. I mean, you can.
Oh
of
well,
course.
it's about to be refused.
There is a new contract available. A chance to create a photographic record that will be an invaluable resource to the team. What are you waiting for?
A better contract.
This new contract was made for a
That's
person of
much
your
better.
talents.
Alright, so we're gonna have to find out if Brachiosaurus here will... if our exhibit is big enough for her.
A Brachiosaurus. Wonderful. Our guests enjoy the large dinosaur.
I always hate doing that. Especially to the big dinosaurs, because like seeing them fall down and basically smash their skull is always just like, oh, oh.
Asset requiring collection.
The Science Division thanks you. And so do I.
Assets in the air.
Nice work on that expedition contract. Hopefully what you brought back doesn't end up as another thorn in our side.
I'm bringing this contract to you while it's still hot.
I couldn't think of anyone else I'd rather offer this contract to than you. Hmm? That's no lie. It's not really the truth either, but whatever.
Thanks, Cabot. I thought we were really starting to understand one another, but no. One thing that I do want to do with this island in particular is that by the time it's done, I really don't want to have any of the starter dinosaurs left in here, unless I really need to for some reason. And when I say starter dinos, I mean like anything that you start off with without having a star. So it basically means no Ceratosaurus, no Huangosaurus, and not really anything that you get after the first star either. No Chunkingosaurus, literally nothing in this enclosure. So that leaves, I mean, that really only leaves Herrerasaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Diplodocus. Right, so and once more forest.
You never let your foot off the gas until that contract crossed the finish line.
Yeah, I remember that Diplodocus just barely had enough grassland, so I don't want to We're just gonna expand this around
That is
here.
a textbook example of doing it right.
Make this around the power lines. Darn it. Not what I wanted. Alright, how are you feeling now? Still need more forest?
The science division has something you should take a look at if you'd be so kind.
In our business, numbers matter. More visitors mean more chances to win people over.
An opportunity has presented itself.
I know you're incubating new dinosaurs, but be responsible. Each life we create, even if it began millions of years ago, is precious and valuable. Truly valuable.
Alright, so it is just big enough for Brachiosaurus, so we'll have to remember that if we decide to put any other sauropods in here. Yeah, we'll get rid of a little bit of that water, just to encourage them to not be able to just go straight back and forth between the water and the feeder so quickly. How is this doing? Are there people actually, why are there only 7 people going to this? That doesn't make any sense. That might be why it's finally kicking in, that it's farther away from the other buildings, maybe. Alright, doing good in terms of money, but we're not, we're just barely over 2.5 stars. Get us another Brachiosaurus and another Diplodocus.
Take the contract. I have a feeling it'll be worth it in the long
2
run
Draco Rex.
for both of us. Photo recon. Done a bit in my time. Here's your chance with this next contract. Considering your skills, taking some photographs should be a no-brainer.
Check this out. A new contract that I think you're really gonna like.
Task received.
Curious if I put these here, or if I put one here. Terrain constraints, really?
Ladies and gentlemen, are you hungry or thirsty? Visit our new fast food restaurant.
Incoming storm. Alright, well, I think we're gonna survive the storm and then we're going to end the episode. Because I'm kinda struggling with what I want to do to get us to 3 stars. I mean, I can honestly just jam this enclosure full of Ploticus and Brachiosaurus. That's not really what I want to do, but we might do something like that, because so far I haven't been able to get away with doing Jurassic difficulty without cramming at least one enclosure full of a bunch of dinosaurs. Okay, there it is. At least it's starting out down here. Hey, improved marketing. Tornadoes, terrified dinosaurs. Alright, that one was honestly not too bad. It helps when you're able to follow the twister. I think if you come at it from behind, it doesn't push you away as compared to when you're driving straight for it. It tends to shove you violently away. Whoops, I forgot to send out my team. Alright, I think that's a good place to call it for today. When we come back, what I'll do is, kind of like last time, I'll fill the gaps in between where we'll be at 3 stars and ready to hatch Acrocanthosaurus, so that y'all can see the new dinosaurs and we can keep things moving rather than, there's sometimes in challenge mode where you just stay afloat and not as exciting. So when we come back, I'll be at 3 stars and we'll have some Acrocanthosauruses on the way. I will likely be having them replace our Ceratosauruses. So at least that's what I'm thinking of doing. So until then, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope you all liked the Herrerasaurus. Definitely one of my favorite new dinosaurs that they've put in. I think it's really neat that they finally put in a Triassic dinosaur. So, until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.